entered the stage here. So for those of you who didn't see it, let me explain what happened. So we're doing the Young Turks live at the RNC, and we were just getting through a Donald Trump, Ted Cruz story when Alex Jones came on the set. In the beginning, it was actually a little bit friendly. First of all, I didn't give him permission to come on the set. Yeah, I would never walk onto anybody else's set. Imagine we walk on into the middle of a Fox News, MSNBC, CNN set, or just any person doing a radio show. That's unacceptable. I wasn't asked to be on that set. But, you know, sometimes people do things tongue-in-cheek a little bit. Like, for example, I was doing an interview earlier today in Triumph, the insult comic dog. Did I get that wrong?
No, that's right.
Okay. I know it 1,000 times, but anyway. So he came on for a little bit, and it was fun, and we played along. So Alex Jones comes here. In the beginning, I wasn't mad at all, right? Okay, he's doing his grandstanding, and he's doing it because we have a much larger audience, and that's the only way he can sneak in and get it to a larger audience. So if he's...
Okay. For those who were paying attention, I hope you all saw, as Cenk Uygur explains, Alex Jones clearly has done this because he's got a smaller audience than the Young Turks, and he just needs to get his face out there for the Young Turks. Now, we here at Smoke to Think and Think to Smoke, right? We here at Smoke to Think on. We here at Smoke to Think on Smoke to Think. And when I hear Cenk Uygur make a claim like that, that's some bold shit to say. That Alex Jones is doing this specifically because he's got a smaller audience and wants to expand, so he's going to capitalize and exploit the Young Turks. Now, being the thinking stoner that I am, I said, surely there's some public record that, well, shows, you know, the demographics and statistics and the audience numbers. So I did some research. Turns out there is. It's called QuantCast, and it kind of checks out monthly 30-day totals it shows us. So I want to show you guys here. The Young Turks is doing pretty fucking respectable. They're doing pretty good for themselves. Global views in the last 30 days, 398,000. That's a lot of fucking views. I mean, in the last 30 days, this channel has had 20 views. And the old channel has gotten, I think, maybe 1,000 views in the last month. So these guys are reaching 398,000 global unique views. Over here at TYT Networks, the Young Turk Networks, you know, that's pretty good. So, you know, here's Cenk over here telling us about how Alex Jones got to expand his channel.
His tiny audience, well, then he has more trouble reaching a broader section of Americans. The thing.
So that must be true because, you know, he's got 398,000 global views for the last 30 days, doing pretty good for himself, you know, right? Especially considering today, June 21st, after all that shit that just went down, their view count went up by fucking 20,000. Or like 2,000 views just in that. And from here, it jumped up like, 4,000 roughly? So that ain't bad in the last 30 days. Let's see what Alex Jones over at Infowars.com is pulling in. 7.1 million global uniques. 46,000 global uniques. 16.8 million global visits. 132,000 global visits. 36.5 million global views. 398,000. I ain't a mathematician, but last I checked, that's not even 1%. They're not even ranking in 1% of the views. So I just would like to ask Cenk Uygur, exactly where the fuck are you getting your numbers, bro? See, here's the problem with the Young Turks, and this is why I believe the Young Turks is controlled opposition independent media. Because Cenk knows his viewers are never going to do what we just did. a fucking simple Google search to find out whether or not Alex Jones really has a tiny audience, like 398,000, or a giant audience, like 36.5 million. I don't know, but I think it's interesting. And when Cenk first says this, you watch him look back and forth at his fucking crew. You watch and see, because he's going to make sure nobody corrects him.
Hey, in Triumph, the insult comic dog. Did I get that wrong?
No, that's right.
Okay.
Here we go, watch.
I know it 1,000 times, but anyway. So he came on for a little bit, and it was fun, and we played along. So Alex Jones comes here. In the beginning, I wasn't mad at all, right? Okay, he's doing his grandstanding, and he's doing it because we have a much larger audience, and that's the only way he can sneak in and get it to a larger audience.
See,
so
guys
if
don't
he's
say anything.
maintaining his tiny audience, well, then he has more trouble reaching a broader section of Americans. Two things that pissed me off and why we had the mayhem in here that we did was he handed me a shirt with Bill Clinton's face on it that said rape. I'm not interested in that kind of BS. It's one thing if you're doing it tongue-in-cheek and you're going to do it briefly. It's another thing is you come and take over somebody else's show and then you start doing sickening, grotesque propaganda. This is...
All right, what's sickening and grotesque propaganda, Cenk, is your inability to recognize that the entire system that you are trying to quote-unquote save is the illusion of choice, man. Okay, that's fucking disgusting, abhorrent propaganda. Alex Jones is right. Bill Clinton is a fucking rapist. And you know what? You're right. So is Donald Trump. But here's why you're both fucking wrong. Because neither one of you want to admit that the single consistent tie in those rape allegations is Jeffrey fucking Epstein. And Clinton is just as connected to Epstein as Trump is. And it goes to show that you're all fucking playing along in a big game of bullshit. Instead of either you, Alex Jones or Cenk Uygur, coming out and saying, hey, you know what? This is so obviously fucking rigged. This is John Kerry, George Bush fucking rigged. Okay? This is Skull and Bones fucking rigged. Now, I'm not going to play the whole video because I don't need copyright bullshit from these fucking asshats. But, oh yeah, FYI, this is fair use, buddy. I'm not monetizing this fucking archive. So, fuck you, right? Anyway. This is straight up Cheney, Kerry, Skull and Bones shit. Now, Cenk Uygur later on in this video goes on to tease Alex Jones about the lizard people, when he damn well knows that Alex Jones is not a proponent of fucking lizard people conspiracies. But he has to keep his audience convinced that they know the enemy. Alex Jones is the enemy. He's one of those crazy lizard people. You know that, don't you? No, they don't. And they're not going to look. They're just going to believe you, Cenk. And that's why you're a despicable human being. That's why you're not a journalist, but just another fucking talking head. And Anna Kasparian, or whatever the fuck her name is, dude, that girl's got some nice tits, and she's pretty hot. But I'll tell you what, not a fucking thinker. Not a thinker. The Young Turks over at the Young Turks, the ones who are young, who are my age, who are fucking children of the analog and digital world, should know better than to buy into this fucking propaganda bullshit. The reason he had to look at his younger crew members before he lied and said that he had a bigger audience than Alex Jones was because he knew that they knew that wasn't true. But he has a designed attack plan. Because, and who knows, I said it before when I was covering this earlier today, and I will say it now, Alex pulled some agent provocateur shit, rolled up on Cenk's set, and fucking crashed the party. I don't know why. Alex claims that he was invited there by somebody, and set up, and I don't know if that's true or not. What I saw, what you see in the video that Alex Jones has posted up, is Leanne McAdoo says they're right over there, Alex. They said that they're right over there. They're just right over there. There's Cenk Uygur. So Alex Jones goes over there, says, "Hey, what's up?" And rolls up onto the fucking set. Starts pulling out some fucking t-shirts that say Bill Clinton's a rapist. Cenk Uygur gets visibly pissed off by it. And then, fracas ensues. But it's just funny to me that this guy is going to go on fucking YouTube and live stream and say that Alex Jones is just a propagandist and he's got a tiny audience and he's just trying to capitalize on the audience, Cenk Uygur. When I can show you right here how in the last fucking day since that video has come out, they have specifically received 20,000 unique views. Okay, yesterday on the 20th, you got 16,000 unique views total. So your view count for today went up 20,000. Okay, and I think we can rest assured that the reason for that was this guy's fucking audience right here sharing that shit with their friends on Facebook who didn't know who the Young Turks were and have now plopped over. Yeah. Just looking to see if it shows, no. Doesn't show specifically search terms or what people have been looking up in reference to him today, but still. I wasn't going to film again. I was just going to smoke my joint and watch some shit. But Cenk Uygur running his mouth about having a bigger audience made me interested. And I mean, let me pop over to the YouTube channel, see what the difference is there, just to do due diligence. Young Turks. Maybe this is what they're basing it on. Maybe the Young Turks has more subscribers. Let's see. Young Turks has 3 million subscribers. Not bad. And Alex Jones. He's referring to YouTube. He is referring to YouTube. On YouTube, Alex Jones has only 1.5 million subscribers. So the Young Turks has more subscribers on there. But let's see here. Let's see. InfoWars. They have 2 channels. That's where they did. I swear that they had a second channel. Guess not. Maybe they took it down. I don't know. Anyway. Let's see here. Reaches over 5.5 million people monthly. 34,000 people monthly. Let's see. InfoWars doesn't include this. Oh, maybe it does include that. But let's see. Specialized audio measurements, real-time advertising, a little more promise. Audience. Okay, so this studies their advertising data, which means the advertising data that is not AdSense. So any revenue that the Young Turks picks up from their internal advertising revenue streams that are tracked by this. So my guess is that YouTube is its own isolated world here. So interestingly enough, 5.5 million monthly through Prison Planet and Infowars.com is going to be, I'm guessing, because they don't include, they don't have one of these for Prison Planet, so I'm guessing Alex Jones has that all conglomerated, the same advertising data. So 5.5 unique million people a month. Cenk Uygur and the Young Turks still are only rocking 3 million. So even if they're beating them on YouTube, which is fair, okay, his YouTube audience is bigger. Alex Jones, Facebook.com. I gotta fucking go to work. I hate having to go to work all the time. Real Alex Jones. Once again, DNC WikiLeaks proves that fucking it was all rigged. So Alex Jones, we're gonna go to his Facebook page now here and see. Does it tell me how many people have liked this? 1.6 million people like this. Okay. So, on top of the 5.5 million independent individual people that he's reaching through his own platform, through his own fucking website platform, okay? He reaches 1.5 million, 1.6 million on Facebook, and 1.5 million on YouTube. Now, it's fair, I'm going to say, just because I like to give the fucking underdog a chance, I'm going to say that all of the people who are subscribed to Alex Jones on Facebook and all of the people who are subscribed to Alex Jones on YouTube are also Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com members or frequent visitors. Okay? So I'm not even going to add those numbers into the numbers when we look at Alex Jones's 5.5 million to the Young Turks 3 million. Now to be fair too, we have to include this 398,000 into the Young Turks 3 million because I like to be fair. So he doesn't get to count those extra. Hey, you know what? Let's give him those extra. What the fuck? It makes it 3.3 million. He still doesn't beat Alex Jones. So Cenk Uygur is just a liar, like Roger Stone and Alex Jones are apparently, because the motherfucker only reaches 3.3 million people a month. And Alex Jones reaches 5.5 million people a month. And last I checked, basic math says that Alex Jones's audience is bigger. So that's some smoke to think on. I got to go to my real job. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Please do like, subscribe, and share this shit with your friends and help bring stoners into the intellectual renaissance, because that's what we do here. We get stoned and we think. Because smoking and thinking is a lot more fun than just smoking and blinking. Don't you think? I think so. Again, folks, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Rodney Dangermouth. You're not told enough in this world that you're loved, so I will tell you now that I love you and ask you again to have a great day.